I remember playing video games as a kid and being completely obsessed. I would spend countless hours on my original Xbox. I would stay up all night with my cousins. I would wake up early. I would do anything I could to complete the campaign over Christmas break. I was a complete addict and I was a total gamer. Call of Duty, League of Legends, Minecraft Factions, GTA, and the list goes on. In a video game, once you start progressing, you'll unlock new guns, new areas of the map, new characters to talk to, new opportunities, more money, whatever it may be in the video game, and it's awesome. It feels really good to be able to progress through the game. Life works in the same way. Once you develop real life skills and meet new people, you get to unlock new areas of the world and our culture and meet new people and new groups of people. And you might also earn a bit more money, so you can give yourself opportunities to visit new places or to talk to new people or to buy things you couldn't buy before. And in this way, life and video games are actually very similar, and I've always liked to think of life as a bit of a video game. GTA would be a really easy comparison. In GTA, you have your thug character and you start out broke and kind of a loser, and then you start gaining experience doing tasks. Although these careers and objectives are illegal and they're all like criminal, you still kind of progress through the game, and then you become a little socially higher, and then you earn a bit more money, and then you eventually at the end rob a bank and have a couple heists, and then you're kind of this baller GTA character who has all these characters and the whole map unlocked, and you can go around flying private jets or whatever you want to do. And once you're at the very end of the career, you can just retire or do whatever you want. And life is very similar. We start off in school, we start learning and picking up skills. We could drop out of school if we wanted to. We could finish school if we wanted to. And we kind of all start off on, just this level one. Of course, everyone's paths and family and circumstance is different, but we kind of still start at this level one playing field as we acquire and build our resume. Now in life, once you have some experiences, you build up your resume, you go to school, you have a PhD, or you've worked for this company and you know this person, and now you've kind of leveled up, and now you have more opportunities unlocked for yourself, and you can start enjoying the fruits of your labor. And in life, once enough time goes by, you can kind of retire and just play free roam. And to be honest, you could give up whenever you wanted to, or you could retire whenever you wanted to, or you could live and do the same job for your whole life. That's kind of the interesting part of it. The people in life that have the most amount of money and opportunity tend to have very useful skills and a very good network of people. And this is pretty much facts. Some people are born into it and they acquire money from their family or acquire their connections from their family. But other people earn them and work really hard to acquire those skills and build their network of people. Everybody kind of is aware of this already. But here's the thing. In real life, we can't just progress through life and progress through our career in a couple weeks or a couple days even, as you would a video game. In a video game, you can complete a whole career in just a week, and you can level up and change your character's life or complete the video game in just a few hours. But unfortunately, in real life, some of these tasks take years and even decades to really learn and hone in. What I'm trying to say, it is really hard to jump class in real life, to go from a lower class to an upper class, to learn a new skill, to become a professional chef, to become a professional athlete. It's not as easy as just putting a few hours in on a video game. You have to show up every single day for years or a decade. And this makes life pretty difficult. And plus, without the mini games and little awards you get along the way in your career, life is a lot harder than video games. And that's a huge difference of why people don't act like life is a video game. Reality is life can be pretty boring, and staying productive and just going about your day week over week, day over day, month over month can be a lot of work and quite challenging to wrap your head around. So the reality is most of us don't end up starting this game. Most of us just live day by day and experience life as it comes to us and don't really set any goals, and before you know it, you're 60 and gonna retire and you have a bunch of regrets. And that's not the way I want to be living. We end up staying in our low-paying job or our shitty situationship or our bad circumstance, and we don't do anything about it. So we don't want to stay in our bad circumstance, but also it's really fucking hard to level up in life. So what makes video games so damn easy and kind of lazy and fulfilling to us? I broke it down to a few things. So number one is the time and pacing of the video games. We can literally level up our character and experience new objectives in the video games in just 30 minutes and 10 minutes. You have mini games along the way, and within a few hours, you've completely changed the game for yourself. Number 2, you have clear objectives. In the video game, you know exactly what to do if it's a free roam game. The video game designers kind of lead you on this path to success. They tell you exactly what to do, and in that mission, they tell you exactly how to do the mission. So in that way, you can kind of turn off your brain. You're not using any critical thinking skills. You can just kind of go on about the game and read the instructions and figure it out. With that, you also have a very clear reward and an instant gratification at the end of the mission. So once you're done the mission, you literally get rewarded with a new thing in the game, and that can feel pretty good. Number 3, of course, the elephant in the room. It's kind of easy to play video games. You have to tap a couple buttons. You're sitting on your couch in your nice home, watching your nice TV. It's pretty easy to just kind of chill and play some video games when you're bored. But in real life, it's not as sexy. You may not know where to start. You may not even realize that life is a bit of a video game. You may not have the confidence to admit to yourself that you can change your reality and change where you're going in your career. Especially when it seems like you're thrown into a random person in a random family in a random town on Earth. And it's very easy to play victim and say, I'm not that guy, or I'm not that special, or I'm not worthy of doing what I want to be able to do. But instead, that's just level 1, like we all started in. So you get no clarity in life. It's very vague, and you have to make your own objectives in this video game. So with too many options, you literally go into a paralysis of where to go and what to do, which makes it very difficult because there's certain high resistance things you can do and certain low resistance things you can do. So if I want to learn how to do jiu-jitsu and become a black belt, then it's going to take a really long time, and it's going to be really hard on the days I don't want to be training, where I could be hanging out drinking beers with my friends, which would be more low resistance. And this is all assuming that I still have an interest and still want to be learning that skill. Times change, humans change, we all have different moods, we develop as people. So to stick to that one skill for 10 years may be pretty difficult. So that's with your work and career. But let's say you wanted to find a soulmate, a wife. I'm going to use Sims for this example because it's so perfect. With Sims, you can literally just go up to a girl and start flirting with her. And there's no rejection because it's not real. And once you meet this random girl, you can just kind of go take her out to dinner or just have sex with her or just flirt with her a bunch of times by pressing a keyboard. In real life, you have to go out in the real world and have some rejections. You might not like her. She might not like you. It might end in a heartbreak. You have to learn how to flirt and have good social status and have good social etiquette. These are all things just to have a good relationship and to find a soulmate. Not so easy. And the best part is even if you do all of these things and have self-improvement and really start learning and becoming the best version of yourself, and you go on dates and flirt, you still might not end up finding your soulmate or your wife. It's not guaranteed. So life is legitimately just way harder. Another thing about life is we all have inherent risk. If I start a new business and pour $10,000 into it and it fails, I have lost $10,000 of my real money. In video games, you can just respawn. In video games, if I just go out and die and lose my items, I can get those back. And even then, if I don't get them back, it wasn't real to begin with. Life has real risk. Not only a monetary risk like money, but you can end up pouring your time into wrong things. What if I got to school, paid for my education, and then found out it wasn't the degree I wanted? Now I have to start back at level 2 or level 1. Quite frustrating. So with everything I just talked about, maybe we should all just sit on our couch and play video games and just try and numb reality and just be able to, embrace the cards we were dealt. To that I say, video game rewards are not the same as real life rewards. At the end of the day, you still have to log off and face reality. You're not going to be logged into your video game the whole time. And even when you complete a campaign or a mission, I'm sure all of you gamers will know it's a very short satisfaction. You will only be satisfied for a few moments and then you very quickly move on. Whereas in real life, actual goals and accomplishments last a long time and it is fully fulfilling. Obviously. There will always be a time where you have to log off and it's not going to feel right. Which is why we should invest into our own lives and create something very fulfilling. So how can we make our life and these accomplishments a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more bearable? Lucky for you, I also have some ideas. 1, we need to set clear objectives. When we set goals, we need to have a clear outline of what we need to do to get there, of what reward and why we would be doing it in the first place, and then what steps can we take today, tomorrow, and all the micro steps on how we should actually be thinking about getting there. So if you understand your reward and know what steps to take to get towards the goal and why you're trying to get the goal in the first place, you'll have a lot easier time understanding the journey and those small steps you need to take every single day to get there, even when you're lacking a bit of motivation or discipline. If you don't have a good roadmap, you'll get lost and your quest will just lead you to nowhere or just in circles. If something is important to you, write it down. These objectives can be in romance and love, it could be in your career, it could be in your happiness. It could be something smaller, bigger, whatever it may be. You should also try and manifest a little bit, get a little emotionally invested, get a little excited into your goals, and hopefully that'll also give you a little bit of courage to really step up and take you there. So now you can actually build your own game and start grinding to get there. We can all be a little more intentional with our lives, and we can be giving our thoughts and our time and our energy towards stuff that really matters. And the best part is when you get past these walls of resistance in real life and you actually start completing your little journey in your career in life, it will feel so good. And the bigger the resistance and the bigger these walls and things you overcome, the better the feeling and the better the reward after. You'll have this amazing burst of energy that will accelerate you to the next thing you want to be doing and focusing on in your life. I hope this helps you be a little more playful and a little bit more fun with how you look at life. It doesn't have to be such a drag. Make it a video game and make it fun for yourself. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you in my next video.